everybody? It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show, 24-hour day, back from the break. Remember, you all can follow and subscribe to the KBR Sports podcast. We're going on Rabble TV, Spreaker, YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Also, don't forget that you guys can follow and subscribe to, or follow the KBR Sports Twitter page at KBR_Sports for the live links and show topics and tweet prior to every single show. Don't forget, you can also call in at 571-991-0566 to give your thoughts and opinions on all KBR Sports topics that we may discuss. And also, don't forget that you all can call in at 571-991-0566 to give your thoughts and join in on any KBR Sports conversation that we may be discussing. And don't forget, the show also streams live from Monday, Wednesday, and select Fridays from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Okay, so let me jump into this next topic while we have some time to talk about the Boston Celtics and one coach who had some very, very glowing comments to make about the team, and that being Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, in an interview with per ESPN.com's Chris Haynes, gave glowing praise about the Boston Celtics and their future. He said, "It sure looks like Boston is the team of the future in the East. With the assets that they still have and their young talent and their coaching, and Kyrie is amazing. That team, that looks like a team that is going to be at the top of the East for a long time to come, whether that their time is now or the future. That's to be determined, but they sure look like they want it to be right now." Okay, so with Kerr's comments, you got to kind of think about these things. And look, when you look at the youngest teams in the league right now, Boston is third with the average age of 24.4. And the only teams being younger than them, the Los Angeles Lakers, who are the youngest, and the Phoenix Suns, who are 24 years of age right now. So, Nigel, do you think Kerr was onto something with his thoughts being that the Boston Celtics are the youngest team, the Boston Celtics are the team of the future in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, I think there's only two teams really in the future of the East. I mean, it's only Philly and Boston, really. I mean, who else is young and still good? I mean, you have the Pacers, but I mean, yeah, no. I mean, it's just,
sheesh.
I mean, could you think about, could you go by the franchise players, going to be franchise players? Miles Turner for the Pacers versus Kyrie for the
Celtics,
that team. And Philly has Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. So I mean, it's just like this. So I mean, the two teams of the future are Philly and the Celtics. I don't think that's really in any contest.
But if you have to choose one, who is it going to be?
I'll probably go Philly.
You go Philly?
Probably.
Why Philly?
If you're talking about in terms of the future, I'm gonna say that Joel Embiid, barring he's healthy, Ben Simmons, and assuming Markelle Fultz's shoulder gets better, as well as having Dario as another young piece, I think that's a better core than Kyrie, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown.
How soon would you see the Sixers contending?
Probably within 3 years.
That is the very reason why. That is the very reason why I am going with the Boston Celtics, because I think the Celtics, for one, if I take Kyrie and I put him against that whole entire trifecta of 76ers players, only guy I really see that could really make a case for being better than Kyrie at this point. Well, I don't think any of those guys actually make a case for being better than Kyrie at this point. But
he's not talking about right now, though. He's talking about the future.
Yeah, of the future. And in the future, within those 3 years you're speaking of, those guys will still be puppies in the NBA, while Kyrie will be in his physical prime, because he'll be at the age of 28, along with Gordon Hayward and a lot of those other young wing guys that they currently have on the team. They'll be around the same age as those younger guys on Philly. And the thing that balances it out is that Boston's premier guys will be of prime age. And normally the championship teams are made of prime age guys versus very young pups.
The only person to be in prime age is
Kyrie, Gordon, and then you would have a vet like Al Horford.
Gordon would be, I'm going to say 31. So that's your declining prime.
It depends on the guy. It depends, it depends
on the guy.
Yeah, it does depend on your guy.
Just the average right now. He'd be declining he'd be coming out of his prime.
He'd be in his prime, but you can still win the championship. That's championship winning age.
Sure, but I'm more so talking about their core.
There are more guys that win at the age of 28 to the excess of 30 plus or whatever than there are guys that win 25 and below. Sure. Normally, guys that win 25 and below are a part of a team with a guy that's 26 and above or 27 or above, a la Kobe, a la Kyrie. And because
Joel would be 26, I want to say.
You said Joel?
I want to say 26.
But would you say Joel Embiid would be that guy? Because he doesn't even stay healthy half the time.
That's why I say healthy.
Okay,
if healthy, yeah, absolutely. Have you seen what he's done so far?
No, trust me, I've seen what he's done. Joel Embiid's a beast, but the problem is the keyword healthy. I don't trust the healthy.
That's why I said Barton healthy.
I don't trust the healthy part. And another thing is that they don't. I don't think their coaching stacks up to what Brad Stevens gives the Celtics. Brad Stevens is such a great coach that I think that Brad Stevens gives them the edge to me in terms of how he's going to utilize his weapons and so forth. Go ahead.
If this was like Ty Lue or something like that, I'd be like, yeah, such an advantage. It's not even ridiculous. But I mean, Brett Brown to me is one of the best coaches as well. He's had a tough roster to deal with. I mean, he's still one of the best coaches in the league.
He is, but he's not Brad Stevens' league.
No,
Brad Stevens,
it's not a big enough gap to be like, oh, this just pushes them completely.
No, but what Brad Stevens is working with, I feel as though right now is currently better than what the Sixers have in terms of moving to. I mean, right now, what you looking like you have in Jaylen Brown, what is looking like what you have in Jason Tatum. And what you already have in Kyrie and Gordon, and those guys are only going to get better as they play with each more time with it. Right now, they're number one in defensive efficiency, which nobody would have predicted them to being, and they're number one in the East, and number one actually in the whole NBA. Granted, a lot of people are expecting that dip that happens to every team in the NBA, where you eventually hit that proverbial dip, whether it be to injury or just natural fatigue as time progresses on, and you just kind of have that slack in play. But I feel as though this team is just so well coached that they won't allow those dips. And they in all those, like, the only weak point on the team defensively you could say is probably point, and that's the weakest point is Kyrie, and Kyrie's bought into playing them defense. Young teams where these guys are still going to be very young, the issue is defense a lot of times. And Brad Stevens coaches his team so well that they still are really good defensively. And the Boston Celtics are in that situation where they can switch everything because of how athletic they are and how versatile all their wing defenders are, and they all can shoot. They literally all of them can shoot. Ben Simmons still can't shoot. The only 3-point shooter they really have is JJ Redick currently on the roster, and who knows if he'll still be there. And Robert Covington, who just signed a long-term deal, and Dario Saric, I believe.
And then Joel can step out and hit it too.
And he's not. He doesn't shoot it officially right now. But all those guys right now, the Celtics to me just have the better looking future right now. And just the pedigree of that franchise, I feel like I have to go with the Celtics on this one. And because you already have a championship tested guy, and he is your star on that team. So I feel like that just gives them more leeway in terms of how I believe they will be that team to deal with for years to come.
I don't disagree with you. I mean, it's not two teams. I mean, it's not like, I'm sitting here arguing like, if you said like the Bucks or something like that, I'd be like, okay, let's take it easy. I mean, I understand why you would say the Celtics. I mean, it's a great choice as well. They're both amazing teams, and they do have the advantage of being right now. They already have players like a Kyrie who's already advanced ahead of Joel and Ben Simmons. So I mean, yeah, I can see why you would pick them.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna hit our next topic where we're gonna round it out. We're talking about our predictions actually for this upcoming NFL weekend, and we're gonna give our over/unders and our spread and our picks for who we think is going to win this weekend's game. So stay tuned for that. It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show 24 hours a day. Don't forget, after the live link ends after 50 to 60 seconds, refresh the page and we'll be back up. It's KBR Sports.
That was Cleveland Cavaliers last in defensive efficiency.
Yeah, really bad.
I love it.
I don't know why Cleveland doesn't play defense.
Second worst?